let's try YouTube again. Are we back on YouTube? We're back on YouTube. I live. All right. We're back. We're so back. So you might notice the pause screen's different. I don't know why. I don't know what's happened. Does everything else look the same? Yeah, this is different than what it was before I crashed. I don't know what seems they randomly dropped an update. Do you think that's it? Do you think that's what just broke my Minecraft? Was that it updated like mid game? Okay, my skins are completely glitched out. Let's just delete character. Delete character. I can't delete all of them at once. Um, classic skin. The icon for Bedrock has disappeared on my taskbar. That was one of the issues I was having, actually, while I was off. Okay, so I guess they just literally just dropped that in the middle of just nowhere. Where's my skin packs? It's gone. That's just not a thing anymore. Hello, my skin packs. One sec. Are they still there? They are still there. According to my actual file explorer. All right, let's just manually find it, I guess. Or do I have? Okay, there we go. Minecraft files, skin packs. We want Richer Holidays. Skin 5. There we are. Holiday skin 5. So I guess they just randomly dropped an update. What in the world happened? Is anything else different? This all looks fine. Yeah, I know it failed to load characters. I figured that out. Are there like... Is this different now? There's like one less thing right here. That's so strange. See, the stores, they always put candy on sale, but they secretly ramp up the prices the month beforehand, so everything is normal price. Exactly. It's smart. So it looks like we're fine. We'll take this off. We don't need that. Yeah, so I guess they just changed the pause menu. Cool. Achievements? I've wait. Sorry. -1 hour played? -1? I've played for a little longer than that. You broke the integer. What happened to my game? I'm so glad my worlds are still here, to be honest, because that would kind of sucked if in the middle of a building stream the entire world just disappeared. Man, someday I'll construct a furnace. What's happened? Oh, I know what. Yeah, I just... Okay. Here's the thing. Have you crafted a place? Wait, what? Oh yeah, craft and place a flower pot halfway. What in the world is this screen? This is so cursed. Okay, so I know why I haven't gotten a lot of these achievements. I rarely play on just normal survival worlds. Usually it's a creative world or one with like some extra add-ons and stuff, so that just makes it so it doesn't work. But also I haven't played for -1 hour, and I'm screenshotting that because that's hilarious. That in the memes channel. No furnace. Yeah, we've never made a furnace. Maybe I need to do a series on Minecraft where I actually just go hunt all the achievements. So I guess that's a cool menu. We have this. What's this? Oh, this is the world settings. Okay. Interesting. There's a social screen? Cool. Well, we're back. We're so back. That was so weird. I can't believe it took me -1 hours to fix this. I've played probably over 10,000 hours of Minecraft in my life. A ridiculous amount. I like this game a little bit. It's a good game. Oh, I really caught my mic. Man, this is a really scuffed stream now. I'm like coughing every time I like try and mute. This is fine. Okay, we'll detail this on the way up. But let's just like get the shape right now. A little bit of this. Do beetroots to look like hearts? Wait, what? Why would it be different? Yeah. Why would it have changed? We've got the spears? No, we don't got the spears. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that happened. I guess they just updated it like while I was playing and it tried to. Okay, here's my theory of why it broke it. I think it tried to update while I was playing the game and just fried everything. It was telling me I was using like 60% of my CPU for nothing. So I think that might have been it. I actually did a virus scan as well while I was gone, and it wasn't that. At least I couldn't find anything. That was so weird. Hopefully most of the people who are watching will find their way back here. Those poor lost souls. Oh, that's really ominous. I like that. I feel like Halloween is just gonna be a day for kidnapping people, hiding tricks in your treats. I just got that feeling. Well, yeah, I mean, if you don't put razor blades in your candy, then the kids won't have a fun trick. And if they can just fight through the pain, then they'll get a treat as well. I'm that guy. I'm the guy who did that. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. Even though it's a joke, I shouldn't say that. A little bit of stone. Let's get a little bit of this in here. A bit of this. Bear traps you in the woods. It's just a trick, bro. Exactly. Oh, I'm tired now. Trying to fix that computer issue just tired me out. I'm just old like that. Minor effort, you know? I'm tired. That's how it works. There we are. So we're gonna need a little bit of this and this. We want a little bit of this. So if I put grass under this, it just helps blend it a little bit better. So we do a little bit of this. And we'll put some right here as well. And you know what? Maybe even some mosses like grown down to like here. There we are. There we are. Let's see. I remember that one trend back in 2023 on Halloween where someone would cut open a chocolate bar and there'd be like a car. So like, you gotta check your candy. You never know if someone put like a car in it. Keep your kids safe out there. Oh, this is a great spot for hanging roots. How? Oh, you're thinking Euclidean geometry. You gotta get a little non-Euclidean for it. You'll figure it out someday. If you were on the same number of dimensions as me, you know, say the hole seems a bit obvious. I feel like the townsfolk would have found it earlier. They have no way up here. Though there's also this one over here. Also extremely ominous. Actually, you're on something else. I'm on pufferfish, man. Oh, I gotta get more. Make sure you check your Halloween candy. Found 2001 Toyota Camry in my Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. I'm glad you checked. It would have been really dangerous if you ate that. Speaking of eating things. Oh, that's the good stuff. Oh, it's really hitting. Mmm. Delicious. Oh, I'm gonna fall down a hole while I have it on me. Let's walk through here. I'm gonna make myself actually nauseous. That's how you get actually nauseous in this game. Now, this is plenty spooky in here, I think. Except for over here. I think maybe some hanging moss would do. Yeah, just a little bit here and there. Just adds a little bit of spookiness to it. What happens if you go down one under the water? Can you hear? Oh, you mean in this hole? Well, you swim through. And then you end up in the river out here. So we gotta fill that in still. Get a little bit of this going on. Love that. We actually haven't done much at the bottom of the river. Maybe we'll wait until we start doing everything else down there. But yeah, I think this is going to be our spooky cave. We'll put trees over here to block it off a little bit more. We've got some cult activity going on. Oh, maybe they're trying to summon Perchta. I don't know why I've just latched onto Perchta as a folklore creature. Out of any folklore creature I could pick, that one just, seems weird. So remember, eat all your fish and gruel. Or you know what happens. Perchta shows up. Let's see, interesting how they still haven't fixed the offer on the firefly bushes? Offset? Oh. What do you mean? Fix the offset. Like vertical? Looks fine to me. I don't know. I don't really know what the issue is. Oh, fireflies are still in the wrong place? Are they? They look like they're still centered on this. Because we're getting them in here now, here. I think they have. Like, yeah, if I check over here. Yeah, centered on this. And over here. Maybe want me over in this one. It looks right to me. Wait, were the fire supplies supposed to spread out so much in Vibrant Visuals? This is how much they spread out normally. Vibrant Visuals doesn't change it just makes the particles look a little different. There was a glitch for a while where in Vibrant Visuals they would show up in the wrong place, though. I remember that. Because it was an issue in the city for a while. Alright, why don't we build a spooky cabin up here? Build it right up here. It's gonna be so spooky. I remember the streams in the city, the fireflies kept showing up inside the building. I mean, they just do that by accident, like, normally. I remember for a while they were just fully, like, a huge distance away from the source, though. It was weird. They have fixed that now, though. Like, it wasn't even that, like, the fireflies were spreading out too far. It was that, like, the center point was so far away of the swarm. It was weird. Alright. Here is our spot. Probably going to want mangrove. Yeah, we love a nice, I love making the proportions pretty solid. I want to make sure I have plenty of room. Let me bring this up into like a rock up here. Maybe it like connects over here. Whose house is this if the townfolk can't access the ridge? It's a witch. Evil witch. Evil witch live on rock. No one understands my machinations. You wouldn't survive a second in my twisted mind. Evil witch on rock. They call me crazy. They all thought I was mad when I put witch on the rock. Look at them now. Go over here. Spooky house. Right. Okay. Who does the cave belong to? Local cultists. Hot cultists in your area. Maybe we should make the base darker. Yeah, why don't we make the base darker? The foundation just needs to be a deeper material so that I can use spruce for the walls. Getting so spooky with it. I want to be a witch and just live in a swamp. That'd be great. Is that so much to ask? One thing I'd love to add is the new baseboards would be nice. Where are they? You know, the new baseboard. Spruce shelf. Let me go around here with this. So that'll be a decent baseboard inside. And on the outside, we'll do this. Do that. And I think it would make it spookier if, you know, it just like was kind of weird. Let's make the door a little wider. Like it just like, you know, goes up here. It's like not quite right. Go out here. And for the ends of these, I think I want to switch it into this. I think that'll sell it a little bit better. Just a very, like, haphazard house. It's just not quite put together right. Doors just, like, open weirdly. And a little bit of a planter box out here. Egg decals on the baseboards would be nice. Just egg all along it. Wait, actually, I just thought this actually might look kind of nice on a baseboard. No. Maybe someday I'll find something that looks good on that. YouTube chat disappeared on stream. Should still be up. this again. Oh, if we put this on the side? Oh, that's so much better. I like these new blocks. So much extra shape. Just, you know, maybe not the nicest plants growing out here. But if I actually shrunk this down, there we are. This. Maybe we just remove that. I want this house to look just like a little wrong, a little uncanny. Maybe we get out the black stone for the roof. I think that'll look quite nice. A little bit of this. A little bit of this. Oh yeah, that's nice and tall. I just wanted to kind of like ominously loom over. Oh yeah. That's what we love to see. Like the spooky silhouette of the house, and then when we have some lights inside that'll show through the fog, that's gonna be really nice. What if we also just like, for like not any real reason, like go out this way? Or we need a little bit of this. Okay. Let's name one person who drinks hot water. British people mainly, I think. They like that over there in their strange little land. Let's get some of these going. Their antique land over there. Put these across here. We need a little bit of this going on. Bring this up. I don't think we put any windows on the back. I actually think it would be better if, you know, you just can't see out the back. I think that's better. Sometimes we just gotta control where the player sees. What if I put like That's a kind of interesting window. Do it on this side as well. And then we can bring this over here to connect it to this. It's kind of like a weird witch hut, but you know what? It's ours. It's definitely not the most thought out thing, but you know, that lends to the spookiness a little bit. It's just kind of improvised. Okay, it's getting somewhere though. The more shape we add to it, the better it's looking. I'm definitely gonna add at least one more shape up at the top. Tea is effectively hot water. Yeah, exactly. That's why British people drink it. Strange creatures across the water. I have to interact with a bunch of them soon. Wish me luck. Which I have been interacting with a bunch of them for a while. I will say it is very hard to schedule things with people who are 6 to 7 hours off of your time zone. I'm glad I'm a morning person. It is very hard to find times when I'm available and British people are. According to my doctor, I now identify as a hot bowl of soup. If your doctor is saying that, you might be in huge trouble. Have you by chance been like bitten by a warm spider and it is actively melting your insides with acid? Have you considered that possibility? What kind of things should the witch hut have? Perhaps some star decals, maybe an altar of resurrection, maybe. Maybe. I feel like in most things I do, there's some kind of deity or something that has relations to the stars. That new project is no different. There is some star related stuff that'll be probably pretty early in that show. I won't say exactly why, but there will be some stuff that's very early on. Do this. So I did make this floor a little weird. I mean, stars are pretty cool, yeah. They just feel so like celestial and mysterious. It just makes sense to have something divine or otherworldly tied to them. Just works. How are we feeling from this side right now? Not good. Not good. Actually, maybe just like one thick. If I just do this, go all the way up, and we'll just go directly across through here where I did earlier, and then that should be good. Yeah, that'll work. And hopefully that'll add a little bit of shape to this side. Hey, welcome to the stream, Neil Mare. How's it going? We're working on a little witch hut, just planning it out right now. We'll get to detailing soon. To be honest, I think this would be a lot easier if I had the fog off, but it looks nice, so we're gonna keep it for now. It looks spooky. You know, it would take me a whole, like, couple button presses to turn it off, and that's a whole thing. We put a floor right there. You know, we'll go up higher, like right there. Oh, we can also put a chimney somewhere. There's a good witch hut probably has a cauldron brewing something. And you gotta have a chimney for that. You can put a window up here, and maybe like one right there. We can always do this as well, bring that across. Maybe we want this up a little higher, actually. Maybe like that. Always do this as well. Can't really do it in the corner. That's fine. See, this is an incredibly obvious witch hut. I feel like the townsfolk would have investigated by now. Do you see townsfolk left? They're gone. They're probably dead. I mean, judging by what went down in here, I think they're gone. I think they did investigate, and I think they paid the price for their curiosity. That's the thing, if you're a powerful enough witch, just like, no one's gonna find out. Because you just remove everyone who does. So we're not gonna worry about the back because at the end of the day, this build is not meant to be looked at from that side anyway. I mean, look at the hill. So yeah, this build's meant to be admired from actually on the build itself. So why don't we put like a chimney here? I think this is a good spot. So we'll bring it up like that. Go into this for a bit. And then most of my usual chimney end blocks are going to work as well in this situation. Honestly, an anvil might work. Even that. Yeah, that works. Let's just light it up a little inside. Maybe see how that looks. Archer SCP? Yeah, I am an SCP. I mean, what? What? I don't know what you're talking about. Wow. Okay, I'm glad I deflected that question properly. That would have been really bad. Anyway, why don't we put a lantern or two inside and we'll just see how it kind of comes together with the light. And then one somewhere in here. Just put on the ground in here. There we go. That's looking spooky. I definitely think we need dimmer light than that. Who knows, maybe the witch is a chill witch, you don't know. Maybe they knew she was a witch and just like, we're chill about it. Until everyone died horribly. We are going to need a little pot right here. And we're going to add a dead bush in a pot. cage. No, that doesn't look spooky enough. We gotta go something spookier. We'll get out the pale oak for this. And I'm thinking up here is kind of like an evil altar. Maybe just, it could be a normal altar. I'm not gonna judge. That's a nice light source, to be honest. Let's get some of this to kind of match the obsidian. And maybe a little bit of amethyst. There we are. We do need to probably put in some like rafters or something. Oh, and maybe a staircase. Yeah, why don't we put in the staircase real quick? I kind of like the idea that's one of like these kind of staircases, like these old ones where it's like boards on the wall pretty much. I don't know, that I feel like it doesn't work. Also happening in 2025, still no GTA 6. It'll come out probably pretty soon. I don't know if I'll play it when it comes out. Probably, definitely not on stream. Oh, seems cool. I never finished GTA 5, to be honest. I know that's like a sin, really. I'm sorry, I have to say that I haven't finished GTA 5. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Alright, there's that. That feels good. This little room feels kind of weird. Especially with how high up the window is, so we'll have to find a way to make that work. Is this a crazy floor idea? Yeah. Yeah, when it goes up as like a little bit right here, it's fine. But like here, it doesn't work as well. Maybe it's like a weird like pedestal for like a item of some sort. What would go here? Maybe an open eye blossom. Oh, I can't place this on here, and I think it breaks if I remove it. Yeah. Okay, I need something else to put it on. I guess maybe one of these. Okay, that feels weird, which is good. It feels weird, but not completely out of place. We need a little bit of this. Oh, I see a problem that's going to arise right here. How do I connect that? Like that. Perfect. Yeah, I've definitely picked one of the strangest possible like formats for this room, but we can make it work. It feels weird and ethereal. Hey, welcome to the stream, Goddess. How's it going? Almost died yesterday by eating a Dorito. That is not the best way to go if you were gonna die. Like, so I'm glad you decided not to die like that. Yeah, it doesn't seem like the best choice. Do you like choke on it or something? Why put a little rug in here? Yeah, that sucks. Like it's been a while since I almost died. Been years, probably. No, there was one time I was really tired and actually walked out in front of a car. I don't know if that was I almost died though. They weren't going that fast. Probably I'd be fine. I only like 2 times in my entire life I think I've actually almost died. Not many. You know, pretty good. Pretty good KD ratio. Let me get some purple carpet down in here. See, man, I got using Doritos as ninja stars. Oh, rest in peace. I guess that at least would be a good way to go. Once fell down the stairs in Infinite, but I don't remember that. I remember as a very young child. Well, actually, I don't remember it. I've been told about this. Um, as a child, I was playing with a friend, like another very small child, and we were left alone for like a little bit. And apparently, somehow I ended up in a box, and then me and the friend closed it, and it was an airtight box. And one of my parents heard that there were like didn't hear any sounds from the room that me and the other kid were in for a while, and then came down and found me in an airtight box and opened it. I have no recollection of this because obviously I was way too young. But yeah, almost died in an airtight box. Kind of a dumb way to go. So I'm glad that's not how it ended. Would not have been optimal. I had a lot more important stuff to do. Oh, my cat's here. He's announcing himself very loudly. Hello, buddy. You want to come sit with me on stream? Oh, okay, he's walking over. What a nice friend. Putting siblings in airtight boxes is such a fun game. I remember putting myself in the fridge. Hey, did the cat pick up, by the way? I feel like that was loud enough. It's got to have. He loves to announce himself when he enters the room. Why don't we have a little ladder up to the attic as well in this house? Honestly, kind of a nice place. I heard no car. Or no cat, I guess. He not real. I always suspected it. Okay, we'll have to cover these up somehow. Also... Let's try and make myself a little more room with stairs in here. It's not much, but I can get a little more out of it. That, steal those. I actually think this would look better if I did this. And maybe also went along it with this like border. I can still put stuff up against it. We can probably hide that somehow. So this is going to be the bed area. We'll put a little window right here because I think that looks nice. Just a nice little glass pane. And, you know, a purple bed for a nice witch. You can kind of still see that if you like go over there. You line the shelves with skulls or pufferfish or something. Oh, yeah, that'd be fun. One thing I can also do is we can try and cover this up on the floor with a couple different methods. Could put down a little rug. One thing that's nice about building like this is sometimes restriction is a great way to have creativity. That's probably not going to work. Okay, let's see if I can do it the other way around. You know what? I actually think I can and better. So we get this. Oh, we already have that. There we are. So we do this. Then we go along here. Like that. I actually think that looks better. I like this room. This feels like very comfy to me. You know, it's a very enclosed space, but like just the fog outside and just a little ambient light going in. It just feels nice. Let's get some barrels and maybe like a chest or two. You know, a few of these. We can put like a few little things down here. A shell. Rabbit's foot. Yeah, actually, I don't know if they look great. I don't actually think they look quite right. It'd be funny if the witch has nothing to do with the many blood rituals going on in the cave and village. That's kind of what I was thinking, to be honest. Like, she's just chilling up here, just doing her thing. And then there's just chaos and cult stuff happening down there. This does feel like a very cozy witch hut. Like, I'd like to live here. This is a good place to live. It's very simple, but it's just nice. Got a balcony with honestly a great view of the little valley area. It's looking so far. So we need to light up a few more areas. So why don't we get like just like a couple candles over here? Down here, why don't we make a little cauldron? Dude, which one would kill humanity faster? Warden from Minecraft or the Myro Vulture? Rain World. Um. Hmm. See, Warden drops Catalyst to Grimoire Skulk on death. Myro's Vulture is dead. Just dead. Hmm. I feel like the Skulk is probably more dangerous. Especially after the warden gets killed by like a missile from the military. Because they're gonna take that catalyst and they're gonna test on it and they're gonna make it worse. Because that's how just like any movie where that happens, you know. So we all know that that's how it would go. Because movies are right, obviously. Fine, I won't put that up. It was tempting though. Let's get a little fireplace going. I know this isn't exactly where the thing ends up, but fine. We don't worry about why that just goes directly into the ceiling. So you see underneath the carpet, it actually goes into the wall and goes up. That's why it does that. Hey, thank you for the follow, Kalita Collision. I appreciate it. This right here. No, honestly, I think it looks better open. And we're gonna want a little bit of some kind of tile right here. We could do tough. No one wants a fireplace on a wood floor. What you building? We're currently working on a spooky little bayou town. We've been building out some of like the weird spooky stuff going on nearby. Like that ritual. And we're currently working on a witch's hut. There'll eventually be more trees up here, but a spooky witch's hut up here. Honestly, I don't think this witch has anything to do with anything bad going on in the town. I think she was just hanging out up here and maybe got blamed for it. That's so much better than I could ever do. I mean, don't discount yourself. I think most people can do a lot of this if they just spend the time. It's really just the time investment to learn a lot of it. But I very much appreciate that. Trying to figure out where it kind of still feels empty. You know what? I feel like this is the kind of witch to just have plants growing in her home. So there's some places I could just grow plants. No, not right here, I don't think. That's okay. Maybe a cool painting on the wall would look quite nice. Not sure which one, but I feel like a 2x2 would go well here. That one's pretty good. That one I like, but I think it's just a little too bright. Yeah, I think the Wither one. I think the Wither one. Should get a cat for it? Oh, you're so right. So right. Where is fish? Salmon's a little bit better for taming cats. Oh, I'm gonna have to kill a lot of cats. I'm sorry. We need the black cat. It has to be this way. I'm sorry. I feel bad doing this, but like... Oh, especially the kitten. I'm sorry. Why can't I get a black cat? It's a 1 in 9. It's a 1 in 9. I've got to get it soon. Okay. I'm sorry. It had to be this way. Would have to be the black cat. Winslow would have been fine. It's a Halloween staple, the black cat. Like it's got to be the black cat. It's the classic witch cat. I could not have that one. Why don't we have a little like table out here? And put a few little the color green. Yeah, we can make the color a different color. Green's fine. Probably would have normally gone purple, but I'm fine doing that. Purple is kind of a vibe. Do we like green or purple? Because honestly, I'm good with either. Also, I'm not a huge fan of the new dyes. I don't know, these look kind of weird. All right, on this table, we're just gonna put a few little flower pots and just some various herbs. What look like strange herbs? Pale oak feels like one. That feels like one. That feels like one. I kind of like this. Magenta? I feel like magenta would be too bright. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling purple. Seems like that's consensus. Probably I'm gonna put up the Rain World death count and then go sleep. Nothing else we all gonna do for Halloween. To be honest, my Halloween festivities are kind of over already for the year. I usually just host a Halloween party for some friends, and that's usually the Saturday before Halloween. I already did that, so I'm done. In fact, I grew out some facial hair, which I am so glad to have gone now for that costume. Shaved it off immediately after. So glad to have that gone. It is so uncomfortable. Definitely think there's people who look better with facial hair. I'm not one of them. I look sleazy. I think is the best way to describe it. I look like I'm gonna sell you something that doesn't work. I think is the optimal explanation for what I look like with that. Which to be honest, for that specific costume, because I always just automatically grow like the devil facial hair. That's what I went as. That's great. Because you want the devil to look suspicious. I don't really like looking like that. So I don't. Some chairs around here. We've got a cauldron. Yeah, you gotta have a cauldron. It's a witch. Actually, why don't we put a potion in it? Or are you roasting yourself with facial hair? Oh, because it does not look good. I mean, okay. Multiple people said I could pull it off. I don't like how I look with it. And also, I am perfectly fine roasting myself. I think I look pretty good normally, so I'm fine saying I don't look good with that. Also, what color? I feel like poison. No, you know what? We talked about we've kind of joked about this witch having nothing to do with the bad stuff happening down in the town, so I feel like it's gotta be a good potion. Like what's a benefit? We can do healing. Regeneration. Just making medicine up here. I don't know if the pink is the vibe though. Turtle Master maybe? 'Cause it's kind of like a that is not the color that's on the bottle. Hmm. What else is there? Wind charge? What color is this? That's more... Why is Turtle Master just the complete wrong color? Oh wait, have they not changed it to the new colors? Is this still gonna be blue? No, that's fixed. Doesn't potion mixing make poison? Depends which potions. I actually do know every potion recipe in the game. Actually, do I know the new ones? I know that. I know that. I know that. I don't actually know if I know that. I might not know every potion recipe anymore. I did for a long time. I think regeneration was best, to be honest. Infestation is just stone. Okay. Okay, I'm back to knowing every potion recipe. There was a time where you could quiz me on any crafting recipe and I'd know it. And I still craft using this. But I would just know all the recipes. I don't anymore. It's been a long time. I don't play survival as much as I used to. I think that might be fun for a stream series sometime. The biggest flex is doing the potion recipes, exactly. Fun to quiz other people on. Because no one makes potions, except like me. I use potions frequently in survival. I make a lot of potions. Let's see. Okay, so who would win? Saitama from One Punch Man or Mr. Frog from Smiling Friends? I have not seen One Punch Man, but I understand the basic concept. So you can be anyone with one punch. Or a frog that eats a bug on a TV show. Probably Mr. Frog. I think he's just too powerful, really. I mean, he ate the bug. It's his show. It shows you what the suspicious stew does now. Wait, that ruins the entire point of suspicious stew. The Why would they add this? It's the whole point is that you don't know what the potion effect is. If you say it, it doesn't work. Wait, if I go into survival, does it still say it? That's okay. Never mind. 180 on that. Love that. I love that. That's awesome. That's great. That was randomized. It's not actually randomized. It depends on what flour you mix into it. So pretty much when you make it, just depending on what flour you do, it gives you a different effect. Though I mean, a lot of them are the same as each other. Why are there two saturation? Anyway, I'm getting so sidetracked. Why don't we put up a little shelf in here? Or maybe a little bookshelf, actually. Do we like that being like right next to the door? No, don't need that many books. Oops. I hate the book. This is the end. I still need to catch up on Smiling Friends. I have not seen much of the new one. But yeah, I just avoid making suspicious stew. I think most people do. I don't make it either. That's like one of the... That is one of the crafting recipes I don't know. Because it's so strange. I would need to remember all the different flour things. I know most of them. Okay, I just heard a crashing outside. Um, I don't know what in the world. I don't live alone. Um, I'm sure they're fine. Uh, Whoever did that. Actually, they already said I muted and they said they're fine. Just so no one thinks I'm just not checking on them. Rename a density 5 book to the Bible. I feel like a witch wouldn't be reading the Bible. I'm gonna be honest. I'm pretty sure witchcraft is directly against that, but I don't know for sure. Let's put like a skull on top of this, you know, just a... No, that doesn't look quite right. Oh, see, it could just be that. Just be a cabinet with some books on it. And then why don't we, you know, can build that out with some like bookshelves like this. I'll say I kind of like that. It's kind of a strange design. Make the witch eat soggy bread. Okay, fine. You can have your soggy bread for the stream. It's going in the potion, though. There you go. I think we're pretty much good here. This feels good. Feels like a nice place, to be honest. You know what? Actually, there's like... What if I went across here and then made it look as if she's drying some herbs? Like this. Yeah, there we go. Doing some herb drying. Also, I feel like this needs to be a different material. This table just doesn't feel right being made out of that. It's the same as the floor, just looks a little wrong. Easy fix. Here we are. What a pleasant little room. It's not complicated, just nice. And then from down here, oh, that looks so nice from down here. I like the silhouette. It's really not a complicated build. I kind of just threw that together randomly. I didn't really have a full plan for how I was going to make that. Just kind of worked out. That's why I like improvising builds. It's just fun to see how they go together. Sometimes it's nice to plan them out beforehand, but sometimes it's nice to just go for it. See what happens. Like our house is in front of the bridge. Yeah, it looks just nice. Like she'd walk out here and then go across the bridge. I do need to decide what else is going to be up here. I've been kind of thinking about what kind of trees, and I just haven't been able to really think of anything. Like maybe a willow tree kind of vibe. Willow trees do take a while to make. But if that looks the best, that looks the best. And I'll do it. I've been kind of going back and forth on exactly what kind of trees I want up here. I mean, how many willows will we really need? So we kind of want it so like from down here, you get the silhouette. So that kind of means pretty much no trees beyond this line. And maybe like one here. So like nothing in front, nothing over, nothing past here. So maybe like 1, 2, 3. 3 willow trees? Big oak covered in thorns and brambles. That could be nice. We'll need a couple. And then this side can be a little bit more forested. So we can have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe? Okay, so we would need to make 8 of whatever the tree is that we want. We've got oak, we've got willows. What else grows in like Louisiana? This is a bayou town after all. I'm just gonna look up trees in Louisiana. See if anything comes up. Oh, they have the big oak trees. Palm trees, I don't think would quite fit. Like it's not ominous looking enough. Seems like big oak tree is actually kind of the other thing that they have there other than these trees. Actually is the Louisiana state tree, bald cypress. I believe that's actually what we've been making. Let me double check. Yeah. That I actually didn't look up exactly what tree. I just kind of looked up bayou and then based them off that. But yeah, these trees are bald cypress trees. Bald. I lived in Louisiana. It was hot. I would imagine that seems like a very just warm and humid place to live. It definitely seems like big oak tree is the other thing. We can't make as many of those because obviously they're huge. Unless we just made one big one and then a bunch of kind of normal oak trees. We could just have like a huge one right here. And then like a normal one, and then some normal ones over there. Let's have one big one up here. Let's try shaping one. Probably have it like centered right here. Let me look up a picture of just like a big oak tree. A huge one. Okay, they branch off very early. So they are thick. I think I'm actually gonna need to put it like here. Absolute chonker of a tree. Like they're not that tall before they branch off either. They're kind of just like wide. Oh yeah, they'll definitely be a lot of foliage around the evil cultist hole. I didn't go up that high. I think I want to bring it up to like maybe like here. And then we start branching it off. So they go up like a little bit and then go like way out. Let's do another one right here. Maybe this one branches off a little bit. And I mean, this isn't even getting into this is the main limbs of the tree. We'll get into the fine-tuned branches in a bit. It seems like they all kind of branch off at the same time for this tree. And then some of them kind of like just go up further. Like it seems like how the branches like get higher as it does like this before branching out again. So if we go up like this, See, a guy walking around with a hot iron steaming gourmand on your face. Don't spoil my next plans for how to deliver that gourmand image to Ender. Oh, I don't think I actually ever talked about the deliveries that happen. Um, so he was one of the people who attended that Halloween party I brought up earlier. And I had pre-printed out and framed the picture of the gourmand. I put it up on the wall, and while everyone was kind of gathered around playing a game, I just stared at him dead in the eyes, and then just kept darting my eyes up toward it until he eventually looked at it. It was glorious. Absolutely pointless, but it was pretty good. Who would I be if I didn't do random pointless stuff like that? Not me, that's for sure. So we go up here, and then this like goes out over here. I'm thinking up like that, a little higher. Maybe it goes off to the side a bit. Maybe it also goes up here. Yeah, like something like this. I haven't really made a big oak tree like this before. Tree needs a bunch of rodents seeking shelter from the rain in it. What is this? Some kind of rain world? And they actually kind of like droop back down at the end of some of these. They just go that far out. It's gonna start drooping again. The like very outer branches seem to quite a bit as well. That makes it kind of look spooky. Trying to tell what the top of these look like. All right, bye, Top Hat and Apples. I appreciate you guys hanging out for so long. Oak trees really just don't go up that much. I actually think maybe I should have brought this down more, but it's okay. We can have it be that tall. Uh, Maybe this one goes up a little bit more. Oh, it feels too close to the one next to it. Maybe one like right here. Maybe not. We could have just a lot of things going back to this area. Oh, Oh, I guess have one go up like right here. That might be too close to everything else. This. All right. We're getting this filled out a little bit more now. That's what we love to see. Maybe this one actually reaches up a little bit. That's kind of weird, but there we are. Maybe a little bit on right here. There we are. That is a big spooky tree, if I've ever seen one. Next up, I think we need some leaves. Oh wait, no, we need the fine branches. I think this is probably the last thing we do this stream. This is probably going to take a little bit to get right. It's going to be a kind of complex network of branches spreading out. I actually could have it be a big dead oak tree. That actually might look spookier. If I do that. Because then I can really show off all of like the very fine details like this. We'll see how it looks, I guess. That stuff. A bit of this. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Bit by bit. I think I need to make a lot of these branches longer. Yeah, we can do that. A bit of that. Grab this. Bring it all the way out here. Okay, it's starting to feel like a proper oak tree. We're not going to do many near the center. So that's just not how trees work. This. It is very relaxing to make trees. There's things just very peaceful about placing in all the branches and such. Here. that side. Just gotta spread these out as much as possible as the tree kind of tries to find all the spaces it can fill to put branches in, maximize its leaf coverage. It's just how they grow, so it just makes sense to kind of try and think about it the same way. And I gotta remember it needs to be still thin enough that a bird could reasonably fly through it. It's also just a good thing to remember when making trees is, gotta make sure birds can fly through it. Keep it very light and airy because a lot of the area within a tree is air. It's not very just completely packed with leaves normally, unless you're building like a conifer tree, then yeah, it's gonna be packed. A bird is not flying through a pine tree anytime soon. Here, oh, I think that is over the line. But that. It's starting to look a little bit more finished now. Not every branch has a little piece just yet, but it's getting there. Just gotta look for those air gaps and fill them. At least something, but not too many. Something needs to go in here. That. And connect like that. Few more branches on there. I think it'd be nice to add some moss throughout here as well. I could also add some little bits of dead leaves to this. Could be very cool. How are we looking right now? Pretty good. We want a few of these kind of popping up. Gonna fill out that airspace a little bit more above it. That'll help us finish off the last few areas. These branches are very important, which is why I'm making them so long. But they typically aren't as big when you kind of go up this high. They're still growing. I guess they were before this tree died. Let's connect that to two places, actually. I feel like that just makes more sense. It would more just be branches intersecting. Something like that going on. No, a little bit of something coming out over here. Nah, I don't like that as much. If I bring this up a bit. Yeah, I like that. Oh yeah, that big dead tree actually looks quite nice from here. How does it look from like over here? Feels a little flat. Maybe like a few little lower branches. Maybe something like that. Because then I can do a little bit of branches over here, as well as over here, which would be great. Actually do this. Yeah. And then maybe like one more like right over here. It goes right out there. And maybe we curve it over here. I feel like I need these to go up and down a little bit more. We are. Okay. I like that. Not the most complicated thing in the world, but it looks nice. Gives a lot of little places to stand. Look from down here. Oh, it does look quite nice right next to the witch hut. Yeah. You never really get a full, like, good view of it except on the bridge, but I think that's almost better. Just kind of an old, dead oak tree. I think one thing that would still look quite nice is maybe switching out a few of these blocks with these. It's a very minor change. Yeah, that kind of helps it feel like when it's branching out, it actually is branching out. Yeah, I like that. It's such a small detail, but I think it adds a lot. Gonna break up these bits a little bit. Here. What do I need it? I think now we add a little bit of moss. Maybe it's just like the side of this tree is just all covered in moss. Enough that maybe we even use a little bit of vines. Do a little bit of this. Let's take a few of these little sections, cover them in some moss. Just like a little bit of this hanging down. And I think the last little detail I want to add on this, actually no, there's a couple more. When we add a cobweb here and there, it is a big tree, there's bound to be a bunch of spiders living in it. Down here, these roots need to spread out quite far. Go down here. We go down as well. All of these huge roots spreading out. Well, we add a couple of mushrooms on the base of the tree. Just to solidify the kind of dead feeling of it. Put one more right there. Is there anything else it needs? I mean, I think it's just a little bit of foliage on the ground around it. You know, various ferns growing in the shade. Clusters of bushes. Some kind of just common grass. a very overgrown, wild area. I need a moss carpet. This. There we are. It's not much. It's a minor detail of this whole place, but I think it really adds a lot of life to just have a big tree that, you know, just is dead now. Makes it extra spooky. It's all overgrown. And just in shadow. A good spot for this. This is honestly a really nice place to look at the tree. But I think that's what we're going to call it for the night. So thank you, everyone, for watching. And I shall see you in a future stream. Bye, everyone.